but I could definitely see a Game 5 in our future.
Oh, I would absolutely love it. And again, reminder, we have 2 sets of matches up on the main stage. The Alpha Stream, EnVy versus eUnited on the Bravo stage, Splice versus LG. Let's get into it, Chris. Game number 1, the boys in blue versus eUnited.
Can you imagine Splice and Luminosity is the backseat game right now? We are in store for some treats here in Orlando, Florida, and we are opening things up with the man that comes in with a 1.25 KD in this hardpoint respawn. Ooh. It's silly. Clayster opens up with the first 2 picks, and it's EnVy getting wiped in the initial fight. A
flawless break off for eUnited, and already Pristini, he's pushing the agenda towards this second hill. He wants these spawns now for his team, and he's done just that. Pristini, honestly, one of the players that's impressed me the most in Infinite Warfare. I think he's extremely underappreciated. He's shown how much he's capable of now, you know, filling this new role since Clayster joined this lineup just a couple months ago.
And I haven't heard a bad thing about Pristini. All of the experts, you know, they kind of doubted him back in Atlanta. They thought it may be a fluke, but you talk to guys like TP, guys like Merc, they tell you just what he brings to this team, how important he is in his role, constantly get in your opponent's face, put them on the back foot. And if you watch Pristini, you watch Arcides, you could argue that these 2 players have the best movement in the game outside of Jared.
Clayster and crew set up now for the new hardpoint, 35-1 already and growing. 3 Scarabs called in to hold off this first retake opportunity from EnVy. These 3 streaks have already burned 20 seconds off the clock. The kill feed entirely red for eUnited. You've got Pristini and Clayster a combined perfect 8-0 start. EnVy getting smoked off the start of this map.
We got the drones out, man. They are just looking for kills. EnVy, your highest kill so far, it's John at 2-4. 0-4 start for App, 0-4 from JCap.
They were 3-16 to start this map, Chris. 3-16. As they've got to begin to figure something out. Pristini somehow gets 2, gets 3! Don't do it, Pristini! Oh my goodness.
It takes the 2016 MVP to shut him down.
Yeah, of all people.
But he's fully streaked out. 7-1 start here from Pristini. You're fully loaded, and it's only been 2 minutes.
Oh, it most certainly has been. And eUnited, because they die there, they're fine with it. They give up the last 10 seconds, great. We'll now lock down Grave. Arcides the first line of defense for eUnited. You can see the pressure now coming on in from EnVy. Silly dead. Arcides still here. He gets cut down. A beautiful retake from EnVy as it's near flawless.
Silly trying to battle back, picks up 1, but JCap, the captain, surging forward for Team EnVyUs. I know Hastro, he's at his brother's wedding today, but he is watching on his phone, cheering on the boys in blue. Get your priorities straight, Hastro. Clayster, you see him in the feed. He picked up a kill on a teammate, though, and the good news is Arcides is going to get the favorable spawn. eUnited, they're giving up some time here on Graves, but they should be able to lock down Commissary next.
Yeah, you could see Pristini and Arcides, the brother duo, sliding on in to retake the site. And again, eUnited will be the first team on rotation. Pristini calling in the Scarab to protect himself in this hill. 76-32, the lead.
Brian Saint, please just stay on Pristini the rest of the game. 12-2, playing perfect. Ooh. Finally gets dropped. Perfection from Pristini. Ridiculous start here for eUnited. The question I have is EnVy gonna have a move here to get them back in it? Is Slasher gonna turn up? You need someone like Slasher to take over this game and get you back in it. Otherwise, eUnited is running away. Once again, they have never dropped Breakout since adding Clayster to this roster.
Oh, this was a map that in scrims, they would not only beat teams, but smoke them online, and they're doing it again here. 13-4 from Pristini, double positive from Arcides and Clayster. Silly's more than happy to be 5-6, just sitting in the hard point. The biggest opportunity now for EnVy to retake is actually this flank developing from Slasher. Silly has no idea, and he's about to be dead.
And Slasher is going to have 2 more players after this fight. 2 players inside the hill. That's what remains for eUnited. JCap coming over the wall run. They're trying to flood forward, but Pristini's in their back pocket. Trouble here for EnVy. Sure, we'll give you 5 seconds, but we're already halfway to victory as we go back to the center of the map. Perfect start to this game. Flawless first set of rotations.
Pristini 16-5, and he's hungry for more. Staying alive inside loading. Nice challenge from Apathy. We know how good Apathy is at that slide mechanic, but as I say, great job to Apathy. It's Arcides who answers. Silly with a kill. Everyone on EnVy dead again.
No one on EnVy above 8 kills. Everyone negative, all with 11 deaths. When they're getting wiped as a squad. JCap will find Silly. What's the follow-up here? 2 players are going to charge to the central rooftop, and it will be EnVy scoring once again. trying to mount a comeback, but they were down by 100 points just then.
eUnited have had the setup they've wanted for every single rotation, Chris. This might be the first opportunity for Envy to get an actual legitimate setup at a hill, and I think they're going to need a full 60 off of it if they want to come back in this game. One thing I will point out, eUnited were outslaying by 20 kills at the end of the first rotation, a ridiculous number.
John on your screen, gonna have his hands full. He knows it. He's gonna try and get a pick, but has to escape with his life. But Silly just melts him. The E-Rad tearing through him. JCap falls off the map, and Pristini will pick up Slasher. So Envy, they were looking for some new spawns. These are not the ones you wanted. Arcides is about to jump behind 3 of them. They're distracted. Arcides tearing through, finds 3.
The 4th is right behind you, Arcides. There it is!
Baby! Eat him up! Arcides just crushing through. The multi-kill is there. And Envy is just getting slaughtered.
When we talk about playing with confidence, it's what you're seeing right now from eUnited. Envy are being picked apart in every single category.
Look at this. Arcides is still going, Jack.
He doesn't care. Arcides doesn't care.
Where's the other half of the team? He's looking for him.
Oh, he literally wants to kill everybody on the map. They're already rotated towards a new hill. Envy just look flustered right now. The brothers of Pristini and Arcides a combined 35 and 16 with 2.5 minutes in the objective.
And look at this. They are just all over this kill feed. Nothing but red. Finally, Slasher answering back, but another double. He had a quad kill earlier. 4 streak now, 100 points away from Eternity Rockets, 55 points away from taking game number 1. The Twins are on fire here for eUnited.
And they've got every single lane watch. Go ahead, Envy, try to push. This is going to be thwarted as Clayster and crew, they're ready. Oh, I'm not sure I agree with that. A little bit crazy there to jump out of cover. Clayster should be here. He's got the help of the Centurion as well. Cuts down John, finds a second with Pristini, 3 and 4 in front. Last alive is Slasher, and he should be stopped here. 216 to 62.
Clayster looking for more. He is up top. Envy is they're just afraid to show their face right now. You peek, you're done. You got bullets hitting the dome.
There's a reason eUnited hasn't lost this map yet as a team on land in Hardpoint. They look absolutely untouchable on it. A perfect 6-0 record, about to be 7-0. One final hill is all it's going to take. Pristini, a part of the reason why they're currently outslaying Envy by 25 kills.
25 kills, not bad. So it's only gotten worse since halftime.
Oh yeah.
14 points away from victory, and they could seal the deal here in the commissary. They're inside, they're scoring, but Clay just lost all of his help. Here comes the push from Envy. Slasher and JCap gonna break in, but here comes Pristini. The cavalry is here.
Yep.
And we have the camo in the back pocket.
She should camo. Oh, as I say that. Player peeks a corner. Tries to stay alive. Nice challenge by John. Will stop that camo from being used. Oh.
I can't wait to go back and just watch some highlights from this game, Jack. I mean, there's not much you can say about Envy. At this point, you have to rule them out in game number 1. Oh. How do you possibly stop your opponent from gathering just 9 seconds? As you need to pick up 150. Camo comes in from Pristini. Silly is there to trade. 3 seconds left. That is game.
EnVyUs. Welcome to the 100-point club. And look at that. Slight work from Arcides.
Get him out.
As he just made Envy look like they had no idea what was going on.
He just wipes his hand clean of the 2016 champions.
Wow.
That is a knock to your momentum if you are EnVyUs. The path was not easy to get here, and it's about to get a lot tougher.
Breakout now a perfect 7-0 through stage 2 and champs for the side of eUnited. There's a reason why we call them one of the best respawn teams in the game. They are now 18-3 overall in Hardpoint since this team of 4 joined.
Envy was just showing up in the kill feed on the wrong side over and over again. And here is a look at the man that was just wiping him off. It is Arcides, the low wall run. He's got his twin brother distracting, and then Arcides gets that third one alone, looking for JCap. Where is he? Well, he's gonna put the final 2 bullets in. Monster performance from the Twins in game number 1. Can they keep this pace, though, against a squad like Envy?
I don't think it's gonna be as drastic as this game, but still, either way, the damage has been done, the impact has been made. Every single highlight, I mean, the amount of 2 pieces he had there, ridiculous, ridiculous stuff. For many, he's the breakout player of the year now in Infinite Warfare. Arcides, and there's his brother Pristini, getting the job done there. And we talk about Silly and Clayster so much, those 2 carry the team to victory in game 1.
Such an incredible story here for RCDs and Pristini. Of course, last year, Black Ops 3, they took the road that you saw so many teams. They had to battle through the qualifiers. They get here, they come to champs, they don't make it out of groups.
Nope.
But that's your first champs. You got one under your belt. You come back, you train even harder. Since day number 1, they've been putting in the time. If you look online, see who's practicing, RCD's name is always in game. They are grinders. They've been putting in all of their effort leading up to this moment. And this is the biggest tournament of their lifetime.
They got off a great boot camp leading up to this weekend. We'll pull up our S&D leaderboard to see exactly where these guys stack up, who's made it into our top 10. Chris, break it down for me.
Well, number 1, Silly.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember last night, but I believe it was 13-3 in the game I watched. A 1.79, that's above EnVy Slasher though, and Slasher, he is right behind him. Slasher, he's got a 1.74, but the difference here is the record. Silly, perfect 5-0. EnVyUs, they're just sitting at 3-2.
Yeah, and that's something that's definitely gonna be eye-opening going into this game. You know, John there in that 5th place spot as well, but they're putting up huge numbers, not showing the maps to back it up. eUnited have yet to drop an S&D this weekend, and they're looking to keep that going.
Silly is a special creature. He's one of the few guys who can stay up all night, come in the next day, and perform like a rock star.
Yeah.
A 1.22 KD, that's a 1.15 in respawn. And in Search and Destroy First Bloods, he's got 9 of them already. How many more can he pick up as we go to our second map? It's gonna be Throwback, and looking at the numbers here, Jack, this again is a great game type for Envy. Yes, you got overpowered in the hard point, but you have a 58% win rate on Throwback. Out of all of them, this is the map you wanted because Search has not been kind to them since Dallas.
Well, here we go. Game number 2 starting up, and oh, what a way that would have been to start with Clayster having the sniper in his hand.
And Clay is going to drop back. Meanwhile, you have RCDs working with the bomb carrier Pristini.
Okay.
And the twins will take each other down.
That's a trophy
system, unfortunately, going to cause the damage.
So Pristini was weak right there. He tried to run away from the site, and the trophy system does a little bit of AoE damage to anyone around it when it blocks something. So right there, it actually kills his teammate. Unfortunate, but honestly, it happens sometimes. It's rare, but it happens.
As casters, it's tough to see that symbol. We got it right this time, Jack, and there is the final kill. I thought it was going to be landed. Instead, Slasher survives. And Clayster, this is not the utility you wanted this 1v2. Envy is going to be able to mop it up. First round. And I wonder, is Clay going to stick with the snipe on their next attack? Because clearly it did not work in this round.
No.
Trophy system doesn't take out Pristini. Maybe there's a chance.
Yeah, no, I think that's the key. And also Silly, if he doesn't run out of ammo, I think he's also got a chance to get all 3 kills there. Statistically, the worst S&D for the side of eUnited, the best S&D for the side of Envy. And you got to think this is a must-win map for the boys in blue.
Rough start to the hard point. Good start to the Search and Destroy. Now it's Envy on the attack. You got JCap, bomb in hand. The captain taking over that objective role as his career continues, and you're going to see Slasher overlooking him. We talked about some of the best ARs in the game. Slasher is one of the most fierce players with this weapon in his hand.
And Clayster just patiently waits out Apathy. That's the win condition in this round for Envy. Unless there's a miraculous 2v3. Okay, John.
All right, John.
Snaps onto 2.
Did he see
another
his head?
top middle? He did.
Yes, he did.
He did.
He's going to hunt it down. 3 straight kills. Give him the ace. You challenged. Ooh. Clay gets away with this one. And Clay did not take a single bullet. So this is full health. Clay on Slasher. Slasher's right behind him.
1v1. Slasher gets it done. John swings that round into Envy's favor with the 3-piece top trait.
Peekaboo, buddy. Clay never saw this one coming. Slasher just gets up. Doesn't get easier than that when your opponent isn't looking. Pretty simple shots.
Now Envy take, 2 rounds in a row that you think eUnited probably could have taken if there's not a team kill. And if they somehow have an answer for John there, top train. As yes, you're right, Chris. Clayster will put the sniper away for the break of round 3.
Clayster going up and above. Pushes back Envy. Meanwhile, Bomb is going to get down safely. Pristini gets out with his life, and Clayster is going to punish JCap for over-peaking. So fantastic start here for eUnited.
Oh, and that's a great grenade from Pristini. John trying to use the bomb for cover, cooks that cluster. It lands, implodes him right then and there. Apathy, 1v4. Apathy, dead man walking. eUnited now take a round.
How often do you see Apathy running with the NV4 on this map?
Not very often at all, but you know what? It winds up working out for the side of eUnited, and we missed it, but I believe Clayster just straight up beamed JCap from the back side of the map with that EnVy4.
Next round loading up. Let's see how Envy chooses to attack. Apathy is going to go to the top of the minimap. Meanwhile, you have a 3-man rotation to the bottom.
Silly peeking on out, sees one top train, but he's exposed himself, and yes, Slasher's there. There's no follow-up quite yet, and oh.
All right, John.
John gets the better of Clay. There's the trade, and we take another round.
The Thunderstick man behind me is getting very excited, as am I, Jack. Let's take a look at John one more time. Hits the shots, pistols out, getting it done with both weapons.
2 of the rounds at EnVy1, John gets 3 kills. Showing up now after Envy get absolutely destroyed on that map 1 hardpoint.
Pristini gonna lead the charge here for eUnited. They are down 2 rounds.
Oh, Clayster's brought it back out again. Now they're taking a shot at his ego by bringing out a sniper against him over and over.
John going for the high wall run towards his opponent's base, and he's gonna be looking for the first pick, finds Pristini on the stairs, gets out with his life. Look out for Arcides, though, player number 3 on the mini-map. He is going to be the big threat Envy has to look out for. And it looks like Arcides is going to lead the charge now for eUnited, as Envy has taken over the A bomb site. They will make sure no one gets anywhere near. Arcides gets the bomb down. We'll be right back.
JCap at 0-4. He's at a .62 S&D KD up to this point this weekend.
He's had a rough time.
He has. But hey, his team is still winning this game. Clayster, not the weapon again he wants to have, as players are about to pinch him from both sides.
And Clay's got some incredible reaction time, shows it off there, gets out with his life, and he is bait. This player chases. It's a free kill for eUnited. JCap, though, flying through the middle, is going to work with Apathy. It's only Clay left up. eRad gets the free kill. Apathy caught mantling. And eUnited has bought enough time.
Clayster has to check this bomb once. JCap will hop off and try to challenge, gets the kill, but either way, eUnited win the round. Clayster, nice job with that sniper to get that first blood to make it an even number in that round.
And that's not an easy shot. Short range, players jumping. Clay connecting when it matters most. Furious start here to this best of 5. eUnited come out storming. Now I feel like the pace is slowing down on both sides of Search.
John looking to pick this pace up, though. I thought he was going to sprint forward with the ERAD. Instead now goes to the EnVy4. He wants to help cover middle map. Oh gosh, look at eUnited. They have no idea. Look at Arcides. Apathy might get God timing here. Yes, he does. First blood Apathy. And there's more. Clayster. He's exposed middle map. He's got some help from Silly, who might try to swing this round. Don't see how this is going to happen, though.
(4-2). Envy holding on to their lead here, Jack. And now they're starting to gain a little bit of momentum. Still no smiles on any of those 4 faces.
Yep. I mean, you can see some of the issues that eUnited have with their setups on this map. It just seems like they're not patient in a lot of these rounds. They keep trying to be the one to make the play, keep peeking something and getting first blooded because of it.
John's sitting at 9-4, Jack, and he has been a star. We talked about Slasher. John's got a 1.5, and he has been very effective with this sniper rifle. Payload available as well, but really the key payloads, you got to look out for Slasher in that camo. Apathy with the reactive as the game goes on. If eUnited takes them deep, Scarab is out to scout, and eUnited is looking for players before they make any moves with this bomb.
Bomb planted for Arcides. It was a distraction to get Envy to over-rotate towards B, and it actually works out perfectly for the side of eUnited.
Now how does Envy react? Here's some shots. You see the rotation. John finds Clay. Do it again. He spots his head from Silly.
Staying alive.
He's got 2 teammates to work with as well. Meanwhile, Pristini, player number 1 on the minimap, has been spotted one-on-one. eRad's gonna win that every time. And now it comes down to a 2v3, making it 2-on-2.
He gets killed from behind, and Apathy's there. Envy win the round, and Slasher now has active camo.
Good start from eUnited, but as soon as John hits that snipe, all things start to unravel.
Yep. John is on point right now. He's done it with the E-Rad, he's done it with the Sniper. MVP for Envy on this map so far.
And here's a look at Apathy. Staying with that MV4, short range. Doesn't miss a bullet on Silly, who was called out and forced back into bowling.
Just a heads up for everybody at home. Luminosity versus Splice has now started on the Bravo stream, so get that second window open. Tons and tons of Call of Duty action still going on here live at the Amway Center.
And Envy is on game point, trying to tie up our best of 5. Will they do it right here? John calls out 2.
He's used everything in this map. MV4, E-Rad, Sniper.
And Clayster had a player pinched. It was Slasher who tried to peek. He is going to be forced back. So Envy now all grouped up, but at short range you got eUnited. There you see a little peekaboo at the top of the stairs. Pristini working with Arcides, the twins in the middle of the map. Here's the second challenge. Pristini's there versus Apathy, and Arcides will find Slasher. Down goes Envy, and Clay finds the second.
Pristini with 1. JCap by himself. At least can take one with him to the grave, as eUnited will win the round and stay alive in this game 2 S&D.
Jack, who's your favorite player to watch in this game right now?
For me, it's got to be Pristini. I mean, yes, John's having a great map, but Pristini's always the one front line of action,
right?
With the E-Rad. When he gets that first blood for his team, eUnited are great at closing out rounds.
So many times you'll see players take that extra step, not Pristini. We talked about his movement in map number 1. He takes some of the safest angles on his peaks. And Silly is on your screen with an FTL. He's looking like he wants to surge behind his opponent, be that distraction as his teammates hit the front, but John gets that early pick. Now the first blood is traded out, 3-on-3. Silly knows there's gonna be more Envy players. Where's the challenge coming from? Is it the middle of the map?
Well, he's forcing them into awkward positions right now if you're Envy. They should be able to plant off this. Yep, exactly. Arcides should be able to go down with this bomb because of where Silly's positioned. 3 versus 3, and look at Clayster peeking on up, trying to give his teammate cover to push back off that bomb. JCap with the challenge, gets beamed through the wall. Not gonna happen there. Apathy dead.
Here comes eUnited. That's 2 in a row. Not only is it 2 in a row, it's 2 pretty darn clean rounds where you force Envy to play your game.
There it is from Clayster. Closing in on that reactive armor, the tactical Flechette combo. Love to see it. Uses it to zone his opponents towards that backside of the map. As we move into another round, round 10 now. Let's look at the payloads. This is going to be key. Clayster with reactive. You've got Silly with FTL jump, John with FTL jump, and Slasher with active camo.
And Slasher's had this camo for a few rounds now. Bit surprised we haven't seen it pulled out yet. He's been spotted. Will he be executed? There's a player right on the other side of the train in Pristini.
I think if Slasher just makes this play, this is done for.
And I think he's about to go, Jack.
Here he's peeking, not spotted in train. Okay, Pristini gets eyes on. Slasher, will he blind camo and try to develop this play? Uh-oh, by Arcides,
no.
That's easy.
And now he's going hunting. The invisible shark swimming straight at you.
Clayster uses the reactive to stay alive for another moment. Getting challenged from 2 areas. There it is, though. Slasher opens up the map with the first blood onto Arcides, chases down the second kill with camo, and again we've got ourselves a series on the main stage.
We're having fun today.
As it's 1-1 between Envy and eUnited.
Last one looked very familiar. You saw Splice looking great in a hard point. Epsilon comes storming back. This time it's eUnited. Comes out firing in the hard point. Envy, slow, methodical plays, getting the job done in search.
So far, I've casted a Game 5 Round 10 between Optic Gaming and Splice. I casted a Game 5 Round 11 between Epsilon and Splice. And I have a pretty darn good feeling that this is going to go the exact same way here in this series as well.
It's tough. I was talking with a few of the guys in the back. Who would you rather see here move on to the next round? Because it's tough. You don't want to see either of these squads get sent down the losers bracket. You have so many great storylines. Envy, the returning champions, trying to defend that title.
Yep.
JCap, looking to be the first ever player to win 3 rings. On the other side, eUnited, breakout stars, just showing you that anyone that puts in the time and energy can become a professional player and play on a stage like this. Clayster getting dropped from his team, looking for revenge. Who is it going to be? Which storyline is going to come through on top? You see the players are taking a short break, so will we. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we got this swing game. It's all tied up. eUnited and Envy go toe-to-toe on Precinct when we return. It's time to get fueled up for a big game number 3. Here's your G Fuel key player matchup. We got Slasher from Envy going up against eUnited's Clayster as we head to Uplink.
These are two household names in competitive Call of Duty. Both of them world champions in their own right. Slasher just narrowly edging out Clayster and Uplink KD. And we have ourselves a tied series going into the swing map. In the first respawn, though, it was all Clayster and eUnited dominating Envy. We'll see if the boys in blue can fare better here. This has been your G Fuel key player matchup.
I started Call of Duty back in, I believe it was 2007 when the PS3 first came out. Really, I was just like, I guess an average kid at the time, you know, I was just hang out with friends, play sports. For Christmas, my mom got us PS3 and Call of Duty 3, and I had no idea what Call of Duty was when I opened that gift. And somehow I started playing it with some friends from school, and then one thing led to another, and we're here.
13 kill streak right now. 13, like 14, 15. Oh my God, Jacob! Stop, please!
Early in my playing days, I never really was sure if I could make it into a career. I didn't know how Call of Duty would grow. There's a point where we won, my team with Rambo, Big Timer, and Sidoff. We won PCL 2 on PS3, and there's like MLG 2 is called. Both of those tournaments within like 2 weeks of each other. That was kind of when I realized, hey, I'm really good at this, and I can play at the top level with the best players.
Play to the right hand side, but you're supposed to play to the left, get to the left, cut Jacob by the second. Jacob just went huge!
I don't think I'm considered the best ever, but I like to think I'm up there somewhere. I've had a very fortunate career, had a lot of success.
Anything could happen in the last 90 seconds.
Oh, Jacob with a big stop, last bullet.
JCap is doing too good of a job. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners for the 2015 Call of Duty Championship.
I don't remember what was going through my head when we won champs. It was just, holy crap, like we did it.
Game number 1 of our grand final, Splice going up against Envy.
Team EnVyUs are your 2016 Call of Duty World League champions.
JCap, you did this last year. You do it again now.
If I were to win 3 champs in a row, I don't think there's anything in my career that even comes close. Now 3 in a row, that's the goal, the three-peat. For amateurs coming up, the big thing is you have to make sure you understand Call of Duty and how to play. You know, there's truly thousands of people who can shoot their guns really well in Call of Duty. Understand the game and how to play as a team, all those things is what separates good players from great players. It's crazy to see where we're all at now, Call of Duty, other esports, compared to where we were a few years ago, and it's definitely great growth, and I hope it just keeps growing from here on out.
The young legend, JCap, so successful. And you think about this guy, Jack. He's been playing since day one, it feels like, since the PlayStation 3. JCap, so successful in his career, and one of those successes, of course, back in 2015, the Advanced Warfare Championship, where he was alongside Clayster. Today, they're on opposite sides of the stage, and there's only room for one of them in the winner's bracket finals. Who is going to be moving forward? This next game is going to be the next step.
Well, let's see who can do it. Precinct Uplink coming up next. eUnited as a lineup, undefeated in Precinct Uplink. I can promise you something.
What's that?
We're not going to throwback search and destroy. We just wanted to show you what this map looks like, but we just played this map.
Yeah, I like this map. It looks good.
It was fun. I mean,
Not
I'm down to
nearly
play.
as good as Jail, though.
I'm down to play it again.
We're going to go hang out in Precinct instead.
There it is.
Here's a look at Slasher, John, JCap, and Apathy as they get ready to take on eUnited's Clayster, Arcity, Silly, and Pristini.
eUnited 4-0 in Precinct, best uplink map. EnVyUs 5-8 in Precinct since Dallas, their worst uplink map at a 38% win percentage.
And Slasher on your screen to open things up is going to be a key in this game. Can he clear the path for that objective later in the game as he gets his camo? Expect him to get involved with some dunks of his own. Drone is right behind him. It's in the hands of Apathy. They need one pick, though, and it's not going to come through this time. Silly with the E-Rad shutting down Envy's first push.
So we know a map like Precinct, it plays a lot of those long-range sight lines with the MV4, especially from that top station window you see right there. The statue right in front of us, the cat statue, as well as that back block in park right in front of Silly right now. Another big thing, the E-Rad pressure inside lobby. Silly's gonna have his hands full this game. Thankfully for the side of eUnited, they strike first, up 1-0.
Yeah, Arcity's makes it count, man. They come back, get 3 kills in a row. Arcity's tosses it through as Envy's coming off respawn. Clayster on your screen now, trying to fight for control, and I can't believe we have to use the call-out cat statue. It's become a big one, though, and Jack, just tell me, why is this position that Arcity's is on right now so important?
So the way you push for eUnited, it's like 3 tiers, right? You first get control of your top ticket window, then you get control of the statue, then you push up and get control of that park block, as you just saw. Arcity's went through that entire thing. eUnited were not able to convert, but that's kind of the 3 levels of pressure that your NV4 can put on. Look, Clayster now here, he recognizes how important this area is. Great start for Clayster. He's 5-3, looking to put on more pressure.
He comes out with the E-Red, spots Clay and just runs away. The reinforcements come through though, and Envy can now push forward. Apathy with this SMG is going to be the one looking for first pick. He's got JCap right behind him, and now you see in the feed, it's nothing but red again. Envy is getting outslayed, and eUnited has total map control. That is all 4 down. Expect at least a 1-point play here.
Yeah, and look, where's Arcitys? Right in his favorite piece of cover. Hell, he'll push up even further to make sure this dunk goes through. There it is, 2-point play. Silly, 7-3, everyone positive on eUnited. It looks like they have not skipped a beat in respawn bucket from map 1.
Now Silly, he only picks up 2 kills, making 3 kills in a row, but that melee and the score put him just 250 off the Rockets. Now he is within 50 points. This kill is big if you're looking at streaks. John shutting down his run. Pristini though, holding down the location, 3 dead again. Envy has just been taking naps. Pristini is melting and they're looking for more.
How has Pristini continued to impress to this level? 11-5, a 4 streak, the dunk. He's taking control of the base. Here comes another 2-point play. 7-0 in 3 minutes. eUnited again walking through Envy and respawn.
I feel like I'm getting a flashback back when you watched the AW days. Aqua, he was a breakout star, did it with the SMG then. Well, you're getting the same thing from eUnited. They get the dish, and Pristini is going to be fully streaked out after that one, Jack.
Full streaks. Silly matching his scoreline now, just jumped to 12-5. This is one of the best starts I have ever seen to Precinct Uplink.
This is near perfection. 5-10 for JCap. Slasher, their star player. More than double negative. Simply shut down by the pressure. Wow. And again, Silly, Pristini. These E-Reds, it's looking like they're getting 2 bullet kills.
When you talk about how to play Precinct Uplink, eUnited are doing it absolutely perfectly. They're keeping a focus on lobby. They're making sure they have the statue locked down. They're pushing up with their NV4, clearing those long-range sight lines, and if their NV4 doesn't have full peace of mind that the close range is clear, they wait for the E-Rads to be there to supplement the pressure.
Apathy finally getting some help from Slasher as they're able to get back to the drone, but after 4 minutes, you're down 9 points. Unless you're able to set up a spawn trap and just force your opponent on respawn over and over again while you dunk this in, Envy is going to be in a deep hole, and Pristini again with the triple. You saw the quad kill from his brother. Pristini trying to take that up another level. Nearly double positive at 17-9.
You know, back when Denial won champs in AW, you had the likes of Replays on that lineup. You know, former teammate of Clayster and JCap, and speaking with him, he says, Jack, he is one of the best players in Infinite Warfare, arguably someone that's impressed him the most this year, and it's for damn good reason from the numbers we're seeing him put up so far today on this Saturday.
The difference between eUnited we saw in stage 2 to the eUnited we have today, though, is Silly. Not only is it Pristini, Silly dropping +7. He's been so consistent for them throughout the last 3 days. This is day number 4. You only got 1 more in front of you. They keep playing like this, I would not be surprised to see them with a trophy in their hand. Silly melted his way forward after his teammates fall. There's never a threat on the base. We end halftime with a massive lead for eUnited.
I mean, folks in the venue, that is one-sided as one half of Uplink can be on Precinct. eUnited looking to defend this perfect record in their respawn game modes in this series. Again, map 1 was breakout. Coming into the series, eUnited were 6-0 in the game mode. They win the hard point, now they're 7-0. Here in Precinct Uplink, they're 4-0. If they win this map, it puts them at 5-0 since this team formed.
Perfection is nice, Jack. I love those numbers, but I do want to see what's going to happen here with our blue team. When we get a chance, can we go back to Envy? Yeah, you just played 5 minutes. You're in the hole. You got slaughtered in hard point, but you got to turn it around in respawns. How do they get it done? We're about to find out. Let's crank up our headphones here as we listen in with Team EnVyUs.
He's coming by on the ball. He's a new ball. Two of them, new ball.
China, one shot, China, nice. One's on high, you're high flat, you're high flat.
Well, he's going white, he went white. They could go cat here.
I think they're gonna, they have a bar.
Wait.
Wait, came out of white.
Go white, go white.
Can you play inner? Can you play inner?
Put in.
Let's try.
Wait. Yellow man weak, yellow man weak.
I got him. Play white hole with me.
That's fine, cat.
It's probably cat, yeah.
Cat the ball, Pristini a little weak.
On the heady, one shot dead.
Nice. Could be top
Could
cat.
be white, John.
I'm grabbing it, I'm throwing it out. I'll look white right now. I'll look up.
Nice,
Let's go.
Here, I have your L.
Go quick here,
I
let's
can
go
go for a
quick.
quick
Here,
one.
already back square.
I don't see anything flanking.
One shot, full square.
Apartment.
Get it one, get it one.
Oh, they ain't know that, man.
Fine.
One low stairs got him Pristini.
He got me. Back out.
Challenging.
Came out white,
Yeah,
yellow
you know what,
choke, yellow
you know
choke.
what?
You need to get him in a trap soon and get streaks.
Oh, yellow choke, guys.
Pristini's dead.
Nice,
Camel got dead.
we gotta push the ball guy.
I'm pushing.
No ball.
Nice, we gotta get him.
Pushing me.
You push out. I'm flanking away.
I got reload. Back caution.
I'm flanking the wood right now.
Oh, he's one shot done.
Nice.
Flanking the
All
wood.
right,
Oh,
I'll
let's see it.
that.
I'll grab it.
Wait for
I'm
Cat.
behind him.
I put the scare.
50
Team kill.
kill.
Go.
Okay, pass it, pass it.
Yeah, pass.
Nice,
Go.
2-2.
Right back.
I'm
Right back for
back.
now.
Yeah.
I got this.
One of you's gonna have to play the ball.
I'll play ball with
Trying to
you.
look.
He's on the head. He's on the
Head
head.
dead.
Austin. Nice.
Yo, we can trap him right here. This
Give
is
me one more.
it.
I'm grabbing him.
Get it out. I'm looking over you.
Could I
My
back
fully
me?
away. My fully away.
Pass to me.
Yeah, I'm about to pass
What's
it.
the ball right
John,
now?
pass it to
Mr.
you.
needs the ball. Help me.
Pass the cap.
Help me
Pass
ball.
it,
Here,
go.
I'm coming.
I'm looking at orange.
I'm flanking the wood right now. They're definitely full.
Orange.
Orange.
City.
Don't flank
One
that.
more. He has to be on ball. He has to be on ball. Go City.
Really?
Nice.
Nice.
I'm still on the
One more. Archie, he's one shot.
I got it.
I'm
Pass it.
still on the peg.
Yeah, pass it. You
I'm
can.
winning
Austin.
streaks. Yeah. Pass it out.
Austin.
I'm streaks.
Austin.
I'm streaks.
Yeah, and back up.
Pass it,
I can
My
streak
fully
it.
away.
I'm about to car. I'm about to
This is it right here. Let's go.
car the ball. Car
I'm
the
flanking wood.
ball.
I'm flanking wood.
He's on the ball. On the ball. One shot. One's at the heady too. Silly's close. One shot.
Get ready.
Oh my God!
He's one shot the ball. I have
3-3-3.
streaks, so I can streak off spawn.
I gotta reload. I gotta reload.
Go steady, silly.
Got him.
Nice.
Get it out, get it out.
I'm trading. I'm calling him. Call my training.
Call it.
Oh, he's on ball. Need help.
Two upstairs. I got one. One more upstairs. Low stairs. Punch it square. One low stairs.
I got streaks.
Go. You gotta charge your play. Go get streaks.
I'm FTR.
I'll get
I'm
streaks.
better streak him as soon as this spawn. I'm spawn streaking.
Let's go. He's gone. I got streaks.
They're going to. They're already new.
They're going to you.
Oh, he's in ballroom weak.
Help ball. We
can
can streak him. Get the ball.
Dead, he's dead.
Get the ball. 200 peg.
I'm grabbing.
200 peg. I'm gonna streak him. Going in. I'm
go,
streaking.
streak,
Hold my
streak.
forward. Let's do the push it square. Square on the peg.
He's already close.
Close square. I got him.
I got Trey too.
I'm popping OD.
On the heady, guys.
Let's
get low.
Ball to the peg.
Oh, reset.
Oh, low. Two over, low. On the peg. On the peg low. Yes, streak.
I got Trey. I got Trey.
I camo. All good.
I'm coming.
Rolling down 2. Let's fucking go. We still got a Trinity.
We have
Yeah, I have a barman too.
With a ball cat. Ball cat. Yes, camera.
Trying to help you, cat.
Take it.
I'm calling Clark.
We gotta push it. We gotta challenge him a second.
Dude, they're
Wrapping really weak. Wrapping it weak.
Ball's going white.
Do that.
Good dead.
Camo's gonna camo.
Go on runs.
I still camo too.
Silly's going.
Pristini's weak. Top
There's
left.
a guy going top
You
gas.
can't grab ball. You gotta go
Top
Pristini.
left.
Gotta go Pristini.
He's on me. Blue car. I need help.
Help him Pristini.
You push behind your RCs.
I'm Trey.
Yeah,
Try to kill ball guy.
Yo,
Stop it.
It's done.
Orange set.
Reset.
Orange, this guy's silly. Push up.
Got him. 4.
I come apart.
You guys get ball.
I'm trying to play ball.
Yeah, I'm going wood. I have ball.
Austin has
Alright, I have
camo.
ball.
Give him some top wood, you camo front.
Alright, I'm going to wood.
I'm by the peg.
Want me to pass it to you?
Yeah.
Where are you? Go away from me.
By the peg.
Pass it to you. Camo. Let's peg on the
On me.
peg.
They're on me.
He's one shot on you.
He's 2 kills. Let's go. Peg.
Let's go.
No.
3, RC, one shot.
They're gonna cat. They're gonna go.
He's camo. One shot.
Okay, ball guy.
Let's get on the ball heady.
I'm about to peg.
I gotta reload.
Barman.
I got one.
Nice.
Play near me.
Go. They can still win. Play ball. All of you.
Throw it out right away.
They're going white. 4 way.
Throw it out to you.
4 way.
Just run away. Go to the peg.
On the peg. Go white.
One more cat.
They fucking choke so hard. Let's go, baby.
Cool, calm, and collected. They're world champions for a reason, and maps like that are why Envy are on the verge of having another opportunity to win a major championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care if you're an Envy fan or not, but put your hands together for that performance in the last half. What did we just see, Jack? I thought this series might be over. When it comes to Respawn eUnited, they were rolling them. A perfect half. Envy just beat perfection. Jack's over here sweating.
Oh my God. What was that? What just happened?
That was one of the most impressive performances I have seen in my 4 years here at the Call of Duty World League Championships.
Couldn't agree more.
That was simply ridiculous. We've seen some incredible hardpoint comebacks, 40 points, 50 points, 60 points even. We have never seen something like that, where you have seen a team just get demolished for 5 minutes, you flip the sides, and then the opposition just falls apart. They crumbled. They got simply steamrolled.
That, it just shows what it takes to be a championship caliber team. Everything that EnVy has been through, that was the best communication. They had full knowledge of where to expect eUnited at all times. Every player stepped up and won their gunfights. That was a full collapse from eUnited. EnVyUs, how do they still impress after all this time together as a team?
One of the best listen-ins we have ever had, and I can't wait for this day to be over. I'm just gonna go back and watch the VOD 2, 3, 4 times. And if you don't know about it already, of course, you can catch all of the action after the show, youtube.com/MLG. But we're gonna keep it rolling, Jack. That was just game number 3. We're guaranteed a game 4, and likely, I expect this one to go the distance with a game 5 if eUnited plays the way they did in the first hardpoint. Coming up next, we're going to retaliation. When you look at the numbers here, Jack, how do these two teams stack up?
It's again strong for eUnited, the weakest hardpoint for EnVy. But at this point, throw the stats out of the window. Precinct, EnVy's worst uplink, just gave eUnited their first ever loss as a team on Precinct uplink. They're now 4-1 in total in the most dramatic fashion. eUnited, I can tell you right now, they need to regain after that.
And I saw what I was hoping for eUnited. You had the two twins looking over at this man right here, Clayster. They wanted to see, how do you react to this? What do you do next? Clayster telling them, guys, it's all good. Settle down.
I don't know if he's telling them that right now.
Off the start, this is where we go. Yeah. Our cities, you just go map them. You just continue mapping them. Wow. Pristini, you and Silly run guns out. Get these kills. Let's get this win. Let's take this search and destroy. We're done. We're out of here. We're moving on to the winners bracket finals. You win in this series, you are guaranteed a spot in the final 3.
Wow. A guaranteed top 3 placing. EnVy with one of the best sides of uplink I have ever seen. One of the worst sides of uplink, and then one of the best sides of uplink.
That was honestly 2 of the best sides of uplink we have ever seen.
First from eUnited.
But it was from 2 different teams.
I love it. This is what it's all about. Amway Center, are you guys enjoying the Call of Duty you're seeing right now?
We got David Michner in the crowd. Big shout out to him and everyone at Infinity Ward for all of the effort they have put into Call of Duty esports this year. All of their efforts paying off in front of us live. It's time to go to a game number 4 in the best of 5. EnVy, you win it here, you're moving forward. eUnited's dropping down to the losers bracket. eUnited wins this, we're going to another epic game 5 of Search and Destroy.
The first hard point, it was all eUnited as a 100-point club to EnVy. Will the same happen here? Off the break, it's John with the snipers. Ooh, he hit Marker's place. Doesn't matter, Pristini cut down.
John making the sniper work. However, on the other side, Clay's got a big boy toy of his own, and Clay is finding faces. 3 in a row. Looking for more. J-Cap, it's your turn.
The difference between top 6, and a top 3rd guaranteed is $25,000. Oh, Placer just whiffs that last shot. Either way, eUnited with a great start to this map.
And Clay, you know, you saw John get a pick, a little bit of momentum. Clay just punishes him with 3 straight kills. But now here's the real fight, Jack. Who is going to get control of this market? Who is going to lock in the lower street? Because, of course, we've talked about it over and over and over again. You come to Retail, it's all about the Cathedral into the Broken Hill rotation.
Well, off the break of this first hill, you see eUnited do come out with a lead. The rotation towards lower street coming into play. eUnited will be the first ones there, but EnVy have a great pinch developing. When Apathy shooting like that, it should be easy to break on through.
eUnited, though, still has 2 players near this hard point. One of them on the stairs, the other one inside, and Silly is ready for the peek from Apathy. J-Cap a little bit late. EnVy looks like they're throwing themselves at their opponent.
Ooh.
Just at the wrong times. They need to group up. They need to get on the same page. They need to hit together on their next attempt.
Oh, John going for that high wall run peek. Placer wins the gunfight this time. eUnited locked down the spawn still. Already the damage has been done. Even if eUnited get killed out of this hard point, they're already set up for the new hill. But hey, you know what? They've still got bodies here. You might as well soak up the scrap time as well. Nice nade.
Pristini is just mopping up this lower street. Look at the lead, Jack. 51 points already.
Yep.
And now you have players set up those red arrows, locking it down. The challenger on the other side of the bend, it's going to be player number 5, Apathy. But he can't push Cathedral alone. He needs to wait and get some help from player 7, John. The push is coming up the stairs. Arcides again. Not one, finds 2. Now a third. Get number 4. Multi-kill again?
Oh.
Not going to happen, says John. They continue to fight, and it's going to be silly now, overwhelmed by these blue arrows. 3 were down for eUnited. Great break from Envy.
So smart from John, though. He plays his life. He stays alive to at least have a 4v4 retake opportunity. Thankfully for eUnited, you have a man named Clayster, as well as Silly with the NV4s who stopped the push.
I don't know how Envy just failed that. Silly bought so much time. Clayster with some big rotational kills. And Envy is in a serious hole. You just bailed yourself out once. I don't know if you can bail yourself out twice if you let eUnited build up a 100-point lead in hardpoint.
Oof, 2 hard points in this series, 2 times where eUnited have built up a 100-second lead early on. Pristini, that's a challenge I don't think you'll ever win. As they're trying to outmuscle Envy towards this lower street. You're gonna need some sort of way to stop JCap in this power position, and well, that's not gonna be the answer you need right there.
All right, Captain Cap, I see you. He's still got that old school AR we saw back in Black Ops 2. JCap working. He's making sure no one gets behind the flank. eUnited, however, they are all stacking up at the top bridge. 2 of them went for the wall run, and now the kills are starting to land. Clayster and Silly getting the first 2 picks. It's going to be up to JCap and Apathy. Apathy is going to fall, or no! He finds 2, and JCap's going to find a 3rd. Great hold so far from Envy.
Listen, after what I just watched Envy do in that uplink, I don't care what the lead becomes for eUnited. Hell, it could be 240 to 65, and I wouldn't be able to count out Envy.
And we are just taking our time in this game, Jack. Apathy with another big 1v1. You think about that, that is a 10-point swing. You don't give 5 points to your opponent. You keep it off the scoreboard. And Envy, they've brought it back within 50 after an 80-point deficit in this game. Apathy, he's 100 points away from these Trinity Rockets. You got to stay alive. Focus on the kills. Don't even need to worry about touching that objective yet.
He's got to wait until he can get a call out from his teammate. They're going to try to pre-fire the other side of the door. JCap gets 2 slided now. Apathy, go, go, go. There it is. Earns the Trinity. What was a 115-second lead is now down to just 60.
And that was JCap. Just a solo mission through the hotel, picks up 3.
Not again.
John gets number 4.
Not again.
And Apathy is looking for the bombardment. eUnited had total control for our first 3 hills. And now it's been all Envy in the last 2 minutes.
From a 115-second lead, now down to just 30. JCap has turned up on a 6 streak of his own. He's now double positive at 15-8, just 125 off of a streak of his own.
Apathy's play on the objective, of course, gives him the advantage to put him within 1 kill of a bombardment. There it is. Big gunfight going down, and Apathy is going to win it. Now keep your eyes on JCap. Is he going to get fully streaked out here? Calls out the pressure. They're on the flank. Those blue arrows rotating. Meanwhile, player number 7, John, on the minimap, he is on a flank of his own. No one can get close to this hill if Apathy keeps playing this way with JCap.
I mean, Envy has to be one of the most composed teams in Call of Duty history with this lineup. The fact that they can go down 10-0 with 4 minutes left in uplink and come back flawlessly and win, and then go down by 100 plus in hardpoint, and now bring it back to a potential winnable game between the clutch factor of JCap and Apathy, it's just nuts to watch. It's a pleasure.
Jack, on our blue team for Team EnVyUs, it's nothing but a group of veterans, the returning champions from 2016. For eUnited, it's the first time on the main stage at a COD Champs for a number of these players, a first time even at COD Champs for one. And it's time to crank up the headphones once again. Observer, please take our camera to the red team. eUnited, can they force the game 5? We're all tied up.
Par, one par.
Two patio, both hurt bad.
I'm coming tunnel right now, guys.
And out from bedroom.
Let's go, bro!
He jumped on me, scaff, John, he's doing bike, keep him bike.
Let's go together, let's go.
Flat with Marcus here.
Take a week.
Patio again. He's low street, flasher.
I got one, look out, one to the left of hill.
Nice, let's go. getting a plat.
Stairs. No
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. One patio, one
Watch
hill.
out. What's hill weak?
Relax.
Everyone's calm down. Let's go. Remember, we gotta full rotate somebody. We'll rotate. Let's go. We're gonna be waiting for it. We're gonna be waiting for it. Go.
He's in new.
Yeah, he's
You
looking
have
at us.
smokes or no?
Done. Is big cap in new, I think. I'm coming up street with you guys right now. They're gonna have Trinities.
Scarab's gone.
Retreat. Got him.
I'm baiting. In the back.
Slasher weak at that car. Slasher weak at that car. Slid in the tank. Lobby tank.
Nice, get out of here.
That's one on the street.
He got me.
We're gonna be market spawn, guys.
Kill me. Yo, he's in the back of the hill. Watch out.
John got me. One shot. Take your time. Slow down, please.
Weak. I'm one shot.
I'm going in. One push up street.
In the corner. Slid back to the tank. Great tank. Weak.
Jacob's in
Is that the tank?
Jacob's in right now. Good job, Jacob's in too. Kills, let's
We
spawn
can
out.
hill. Let's take him in hill.
Big time, let's
Oh,
go.
two. They're both corner. One went to the back door.
He went mid. John. They're
Big
hitting.
win. Huge
They're hitting
fucking
goal.
win. It's a
They're
big
hitting goal.
25.
They are
He's
hitting goal.
in the back of the hill.
Huge
He's
25.
there. He's still there.
I'm nading over.
Nice,
You.
Slasher
One
back.
great tank
Nice.
for you.
Let's go. Great team. Two more there. We're down by 40.
Alright, they're there.
Rotate. I'm in new. Yeah, spread out.
Yo, one's low street. Slasher. Is that the
Yo,
car?
I'm not pushing out on this. Yo, they like to hit sidebar.
Can I kill me, Patty?
No one patio.
What's the gap?
Yo, I'm dead. Never mind, I'm good.
They're gonna use camo probably.
Flasher, low street.
He wants lobby.
Flashes, yeah, play tighter.
Guys, lobby. I'm trying.
He's top tank. Watch, I got him.
Yeah, all right. Two low street and one's in bar. Two low street, one in bar. I pull up a great. Nice, guys.
Top cap.
I'm coming street. They're coming up.
One was in her, right? Bar? He's still scav.
I have bar in her.
Partner?
I'm back here. I'm just holding.
I don't see anything
We're
bar in
using
her.
a camo. Cap.
Yo, one underneath on me.
Bar. I'm playing my life.
I got one back tank. What's up tank? Do the one. Fire. It's against fire.
Get time.
I got it.
I spawned deep street. 2v2. 1v1.
Gonna be fire in front.
I don't see him fire over front.
I'm here with you.
Put on the fucking street class if you have it, yo, because they might have another street.
Fire.
Watch out.
We brought it back.
Rotate. We have to rotate, yeah. Let's go. We got shit on in this hill.
Go in there. I'm pulling out a bar. I'm pulling out a bar for this hill.
I'm in bed.
Here we go, Jack. It is just a 10-point game. EnVyUs 23 away from sealing the deal. On the other side, eUnited needs 33 to send us to a Game 5. How is this one going to end?
No, I have no idea. Right now, if Envy keeps shooting the way that they are, you expect them to close it out. Silly trying to challenge two players. JCap just staying alive. You can sit in this corner right by this door and get time for your team. It's up to the other squad to pre-fire it and force you out of that position. 13-second game, EnVyUs within striking distance of moving into our top three.
Apathy so close of getting that reactive armor as well. On the other side for eUnited, you have no payloads to speak of. But it's eUnited who scores. Apathy trying to pre-fire is going to be cut down. Pristini with a massive play there. The win now is going to give eUnited the advantage. We have 15 points to go. We're guaranteed one more hill. And Envy is not done challenging yet. There's a player on plat, though. They got to chase him down. John's going to find Clayster. And with the last 5 seconds, we're going to be tied up once again. 2:37, 2:35 as we come back to the bridge.
JCap holding with the NB4. A 4-second game now. eUnited trying to hold on to this victory. Pristini's got his help. It's a 1v2 per Pristini. Neither team in the hard point. He throws out the tactical. Bye-bye Apathy. The challenge on the second. Can't get it done. Tied game, 239-239.
Envy is there scoring. Arcides needs help. He's got to get into this hill, and Envy has jumped out. 240, 241.
He's gonna drop it.
Could not be any closer. Centurion is down for JCap. He's got a little bit of cover from Slasher on his right. All 4 players from Envy met by the 4 from eUnited. It's Apathy against Silly. Envy is scoring. The contest is here once again. Apathy's gonna find Pristini. John will find Clayster, and that is your game. Envy's going to the winners semifinal. Winners final, excuse me, Jack. Ridiculous finish here.
Envy get it done, and it doesn't get much closer than that. A 100-second lead in hardpoint is not enough for eUnited to force the Game 5.